Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 18th, 2017, and today is Monday morning. So no economic events scheduled for today. However, as we know, down in South Africa, we have ANC elections this week, starting out today, and there's lots going on, okay? And that's going to affect, obviously, the USD ZAR and affect the JSC. And let's take a look at the markets and see what's been happening. So we're jumping here into the USD ZAR, and you can see it's trading at 13 flat, getting much stronger versus the dollar at possible optimism in the election turnout. So a lot of things are going to be playing into affect this, okay? But we haven't hit any sort of major support or resistance lines, okay? We definitely broke this 1363 and then some, but as we're closing in on our support or 1280-ish level, as you can see here, we've had this previously before. I'd like to see if it really is getting that much stronger to actually break it, okay? But what may very well happen is that we may bounce off of it, okay, as you know, it is a reactionary move to something positive in the market. So take a look at that as that unfolds later today. Looking at the Euro USD jumping up, trading at 117. We're trading within a range. There's not much really to say here, and I think we're going to continue trading in a very tight range going into the end of the year. So I wouldn't spend too much time on the Euro USD, but looking at some of the others this week, Aussie USD coming out with some major events this week. So we may have some rotation into what we should be looking to trade at. GBP USD as well, bouncing off this 133 level, possibly a good continuation here, okay, to see if it does continue going up on this upside and closing this retracement, this previous retracement of last week. Looking again at the USD ZAR, so it's going to be in play, okay, altogether. So keep it definitely on your radar. Just be very careful with it because it may just whiplash you, okay? The spreads are going to be much wider. It's going to be a lot more volatile. So just make sure that you're trading a little bit smaller in comparison to it. Aussie USD here, looking at 0.76. We had this nice rally up. We spoke about this last week. This was a nice trade if you were able to catch it. Now we're, exhausting the move at this stage, and there's a little bit of news coming out later this week. So keep that in mind here as we trade. Maybe we'll actually sell off a little bit from this upper level of 0.76 down to the 76 flattish level, as the week progresses. So keep an eye on that as well. Looking at the gold jumped a little bit last week after hitting 1239, and it has been getting weaker. And the reason it's been getting weaker is because the equities markets have been getting stronger. Okay, we're going to jump into the Dow, and guess what? We're at all-times high, 24,783. That puts us almost about 217 points off of 25,000 flat. Okay, that's a major threshold to hit before the end of the year. I still think we could hit it. Okay, we've said this at 23,000, at 24,000, and then we're trading at 24,784. It's like as if, everybody's, looking to catch this, and, there's so much demand for the Dow components that it keeps on going up. It's just unbelievable. I mean, this has not been seen, definitely not my lifetime, in such a bull move, okay, in such a short period of time. I mean, we've gone up 7,000 points in just a year and a few months, okay? So this is unbelievable what's been happening, okay? I definitely feel that, I'd be more cautious after the New Year's, okay, being long the Dow Jones, okay, especially because that's usually a sell-off month, and this has just been unprecedented, and I think people would like to take some of their profits, but that's a little bit far ahead. But going into the end of the year, I'm very bullish on the Dow Jones and think we could hit 25,000. Looking at the JSC here, we've sold off to 51,210, as you can see. I'm looking for a little bit of some fear. I'm looking for a little bit of a bounce, and I think that we could still get it, okay? Definitely going to be very volatile, like I said, with the ANC elections, especially afterwards, if there are any rioting or anything like that, definitely unsettles any economy. So keep that aware. You're more familiarized with the local economy. You guys have the, the news on the ground. So I leave that to you. But technically speaking, we're due, quote unquote, for a bounce here. Okay, so I'd look to for some sort of a bounce as this week unfolds. Looking at the USD CAD at the top of its range here. Okay, I think that this is a nice little setup on the short side here. Okay, if we do not break it though, okay, and we break it above, then we may go to 129. There's no impetus to make the CAD so much weaker, but as you can see, we're at this continually at the top of the range and we're not selling off. Okay, so that's something to note if you do decide to take this short. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.